Blast me to the mortal realms. It's time for the Mad Merlins review of Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer issue 51 by Hachette Artworks and Warhammer. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer review. And I've just received my latest delivery, issues 51, 52, 53 and 54 plus premium kit free, so we're going to be having a look at that in a special video. But I'm going to get the issues out the way, mainly as I'm taking a week off, so if I'm doing this now I've got content to post up while I'm particularly busy with other things, and it's one job less for me to do after my break. So let's kick things off and we'll look through issue 51 today. So first off then, don't forget to of course like the video if you are enjoying the content, and if you are, please consider subscribing to the channel as we are continuing to grow. We have now passed 500 subscribers. And also, if you'd like to help support the channel, there's various links in the comments section down below, including my Patreon page, where you can support me and get early access, which will be starting as of the 1st of March, or today as I'm filming this. So, right, let's dive into issue 51. So, we get the Loon Boss on Giant Cave-Squig. We have, if I can shuffle it out of the way, we have battle profiles, and we begin a brand new campaign. So yeah, right, we'll open up, take a look at the model and up close, and then we'll take a look through the issue. So, let's open up issue 51. So, we'll put our magazine to one side for a moment, and we'll take a look at our frame. So I'll zoom in a bit. So we have a 40mm base to mount him on, and here we have a rather nice looking grot. So you get a couple of options. You have either a sickle hand weapon, you also have the option of a spear there, and yeah, we've got the two halves of the body, the hand holding on to the squig. We got head option there. Yeah. All in all, a really nice kit. His hood flowing in the wind there as well. Yeah. It's nice space detail as well in the form of some mushrooms, including a moon-shaped mushroom. Alright. Let's take a look then at the issue. So here we have issue 51. So as I've already said, we get the Loon Boss on Cave-Squig, battle profiles, and we also have a new campaign aside. We see the artwork there of one of the campaign boxes, which saw this guy get released for the first time alongside our Arc Revenant for the Sylvaneth there. So, in the issue, we only have one article, which is part 2 of the Gathering. We have our collect, build, and paint articles for the Loon Boss. We also have a rules page for him. We also have Forces of Order, Forces of Destruction, and we start Battle Pack Forged in War with Battle Plan 1. So, let's move on. Or start, shall we say. The Great Gathering, part 2 then. So yeah, Loon Boss Claggett Blacktongue is on the rise. Following a victory over the Sylvaneth, this grot commander is on the hunt for more troops. His quest takes him to the foot of Scrapper Spill, where he hopes to find an audience with Scragrot, the Loon King. So yeah, we have a continuation to the story of our up-and-coming Loon Boss trying to gain favour with the Mad Loon King. We have a continue, so it's not the end of this story yet, so we've got some nice future parts to come. Moving on then, we have a collect article for our Loon Boss on Giant Cave-Squig. A Loon Boss on Giant Cave-Squig bounces wildly forward at the head of many gittish hordes and squigger-launches, with total contempt for their mortal perils. A Loon Boss riding such a monstrous mount inspires other grots to cheerfully mount their own squigs and hop haphazardly to war. So we got the origins of our Loon Boss we can roll for there. We have a little bit about what a squigger-launch is. So a squigger-launch is literally a stampede of various different squigs, from Giant Cave-Squigs, Mangler Squigs, the Boing Grot Bounders, which we've already had, and indeed the Squig Hoppers, which is the alternate build for the Boing Grot Bounders. We got these sneaky tactics there that you can roll for, plus we can name them using the naming page, and we've got some great deeds to tick off as well. Moving swiftly on into the build guide, so we have our actual Giant Cave-Squig to build first. We then have the leg with the base detail on and a weird half spider, half moon creature crawling about. Very weird. And then we build the rider. So the instructions telling us to use the spear, but you can, if you want, of course, give him that hand weapon. So yeah. So this one uses the Moon Clan Stabber to rain blows down on the enemy, meanwhile the Squig gnashes at him with a massive fang-filled gob. When you finish this build, there should be one spare component left on screw. Clip it off and add it to your collection of spare bits to use for basing on other models in the future. Then we have our paint guide for the grot and the squig. So we want to start by getting a good solid coat of Abaddon black all over. Pick out the grot flesh with Auroch flesh, gold details, which is just the little moon symbol on the end of his hood, with Retributor armor. Pick out the tongue and the gums with Baraknar burgundy before we paint the entire squig flesh with corn red. Picking out all the metal details with lead belcher, and don't forget the spear tip and the bangle on the leg of the squig. Picking out the claws with Abaddon black. Painting some of the mushrooms Corax white, some catachan flesh, as well as all the wood details. Picking out the teeth with Wraithbone, Avalanche Sunset for the eyes of the squig, as well as the little moon spider. Shading the metal brown and the squig flesh with Nuln oil, Riken flesh shade on the gold and yellow details. Phony and camera shade on the skin, skeleton horde on the teeth, and then finally follow the basing tutorial to base your model. And at the end of it, we should have something very much like this. A nice new unit to add to our grot horde. Next up then, we have the rules for our Loon Boss. So he has a d6 plus 7 movement, 4 plus save, bravery 6 and 8 wounds. His stabber has a 2-inch range, 4 attacks, 4 plus a hit, 3 plus the wound, -1 rend with 2 damage. And the massive fang-filled gob is 1-inch range, 4 attacks, 4 to hit, 3 to wound, -1 rend and d3 damage. So he has the Moon Clan Stabber rule. So the unit made a charge move, add 1 to the damage characteristics and improve the rend by 1 of his stabber. Let's get bouncing in the combat phase. If after this unit has fought for the first time, pick a friendly Boing Grot Bounders that have not fought and is within 3 inches of an enemy unit, and wholly within 12 of this, that unit can immediately fight. So he gets you 2 fights for 1, basically. And he has the fly word, even though it's more like a bounce, and it's mount as well. And there we see the Loon Boss and Giant Cave-Squig in action with the Squig Hoppers and Boing Grot Bounders facing off against some Flesh Eater Courts there. Then we have rules for the Moon Clan Stabber and the Let's Get Bouncing rule as well. So, next up we have a look at the complete collection of the Forces of Order. As the Forces of Order do battle, word of their deeds spread far and wide. Noble warriors flock to their banner, eager to test their mettle against the foe in the name of Sigmar. Generals must always strengthen their forces for the future, as war exacts a heavy toll, wearing away mighty armies like water upon a rock. So yeah, this is a nice gathered article telling, informing us of everything in the collection, what type of unit they are, and any specific notes for army selection as we move forward into our new campaign. So Bastion Karthalos counts as 2 heroes choices, as he's a named hero. Xandar's Truth Seekers counts as 2 troops choices, as they are a pretty tanky unit. And the 2 Stormdrake Guard will count as 3 troops choices, as again they are a pretty powerful unit, but we don't get them until the end of the collection. Then we've got the same for Sylvaneth and the Kharadron Overlords, so we got all our special units there. So we have Spirit Durfu is a 2 hero choice character, as he's a big monster. True Revenants and Spite Revenants. If you choose the True Revenants, you can add Spite Revenants to your army for free. If you choose Spite Revenants, you can add True Revenants to your army for free. So that's pretty cool. No words on points at the moment, so I'm guessing that'll be in a future article. We have no specific special rules or notes for the Kharadron Overlords, as we don't get that a lot. We actually only get 3 characters, so the Engine Master, which is next issue, Bjorgen Fundrick from Fundrick's Profiteers, and the Archanaut Admiral, plus of course troop choices of Fundrick's Profiteers and the Grunstock Thunderers. And moving on, we have the same sort of thing for Destruction. So a nice little introduction there, and then we see the list of everything we can take. So we've got the Cruel Boys, the Gloomspite Gits, and then the Iron Jaws. And we've got the same sort of things again with any special notes. Oh, it says 10 Orc Ardboys, so I'm guessing we're getting 10, not the 5 that has been shown, so that's an interesting note at least. Yeah, Iron Skull's Boys, which is a warband. So yeah, nice that we get to see what we're all getting in future issues. So we now kick off a brand new battle pack, and this is the Forged in War battle pack. So we finished our scout missions, we're on to a full-on frontier of fighting. So how to use this: so you pick your army, pick your battle traits, pick your enhancements, pick your battle plan, and then create your battlefield. So for this one, we got a special mission where we chase a squig. So we choose 2 hero choices and 4 troops choices from the Stormcast Eternals only, even though it says we can use Grand Alliance order. It says choose units from table A Stormcast Eternals to make up your army. So you must choose 2 heroes and 4 troops. And then we have here the Alliance Destruction. So we've got a Loon Boss on Cave-Squig, 1 hero and 4 troops taken from the Cruel Boys list. So you can easily replay these missions with a different faction if you so choose, or indeed mix all the different factions together. So we have deployment. We have the Cave-Squig in the center, the Destruction territory at one end, the Order territory at the other end, and we basically got to chase down the Squig. Score 1 point for controlling 1 objective, 1 point for 2, 1 point for more, and the Destruction player scores a point at the end of the 5th battle round if the Loon Boss is still on the battlefield. If not, he is considered destroyed and captured. Special rule: follow that Squig. So the Cave-Squig is not visible to enemy units that are more than 3 inches away. In addition, the Loon Boss on Cave-Squig is slain. Place a new objective on the battlefield where the Loon Boss was slain. Pretty cool. So next issue then is the first of our Kharadron Overlords. We get the Engine Master in dirigible suit, and we start learning about the Kharadron Overlords. Issue 53 then, we have a paint issue. So we learn all about the different Chaos Cults, and we get 2 new paints in the form of Ogryn Camo and Stormhost Silver. So that's it for issue 51. Pretty good issue. Nice model. Nice that we're starting a brand new campaign, and we are now giving a bit more free choice on what to take for our armies, which is pretty good. It's going to get you a little bit more knowledge for going into the full game system. So, thought it was a very good issue. Not a lot of reading, which is a downside to me. I do like the background articles and stories. But other than that, it's a good issue. Paint guide is pretty good. We're now, as we have got basing material paints, we're actually having more complete paint guides. We've just got to wait now for the rest of the layer paints in the collection in order to add extra detail to all our models. But yeah, there we have it. Let me know what you thought of issue 51 in the comment sections down below. And until next time, stay safe and happy hobbying. Goodbye.